In a city where pride is practiced year-round, in our San Francisco community, the San Francisco Japanese American Citizens League helped San Francisco's Japantown open a new chapter in recognizing a group within its cultural community, that of the LGBTQ Nikkei. The San Francisco JACL is proud to present Raising the Flag for LGBTQ Nikkei in San Francisco's Japantown.
TALK was instrumental in having the JACL endorse gay marriages at its national convention in 1994.
Historically, historically, like I had mentioned, it's not a new thing for JACL. It's not a new issue or something that we've just started to advocate for or thought about. And like I mentioned as well, there are many, many people like Norm Mineta and Judge Marutani who actually kind of pushed this whole issue in front of JACL. And I think it's come to that time, right? We're past the 1950s here. It's that time now to kind of normalize all of our feelings about this and be much more accepting.
Judy Hamaguchi not only advocates for marginalized groups as president of the San Francisco chapter of the JACL, she advocates for community acceptance of the LGBTQ Nikkei as a mother of an openly gay Nikkei son.
Hey, Mom, I have something I want to tell you. I said, sure, honey. He said, Mom, I'm gay. After a moment of silence, all I could say was, okay, thanks for telling me. I love you. He said, I love you too. Immediately, I called son number one. I said, hey, Barry just called, and he said that he's gay. Son number one said, you didn't know that, Mom?
Well, when they were looking for speakers, and I think most people know that my son is a gay man. And so when they said, hey Judy, do you want to do this? I was like, well, of course, right? Because I don't have that many opportunities. I don't just go anywhere and just say, hey, by the way, my son is gay and this is what happened. So this was an opportunity for me to share that story because I think it's sort of the hope and dream for any gay LGBTQ person to have their family love them like that. And I just wanted to put that out and just honor my son who's like one of the greatest people I know.
San Francisco JACL board member Elena Nilsson and lead organizer of the Pride Flag raising event in Japantown discusses origins of her dream for this San Francisco Japantown milestone.
So I came up with this project when I was commuting to Japantown every day during the pandemic as an essential worker. I would come from my hometown all the way in East Bay and Clayton, and they've had the Pride flag up for a few years there now. And this place is so much more home to me than my hometown. It always has been. I love this place with all my heart. And I was working so hard for my community during the pandemic. And I knew what I wanted here was to see the Pride flag up in the place that I love more than anywhere in the world. Japantown, we've always had like a complicated identity from the very start as Japanese Americans. There's World War II, where we had to question, am I Japanese, am I American? So we've always had this identity struggle, proving to the world who we are, proving that it's okay to be Japanese and American at the same time. And so I've always looked at those flags, and I've seen, the American flag, I've seen the Japanese flag, and I've seen the San Franciscan flag, and I've seen it as emblematic of, this is who we are, we're all these three things, and it's fine, and we're proud of that. But for other people, there's one more flag, right? And there always has been. For LGBTQ identity, for Japanese American Nikkei. And so that's why I really wanted this flag up. And I think it's relevant to the whole community in that regard.
Good afternoon. My name is Reverend Elaine Donlin from the Buddhist Church of San Francisco, and today is a celebration. Today is also an opportunity to reflect on the long road of our often challenging queer history.
To me, it was historic, but I have always been a believer that visibility matters. And so to have that Pride Parade, the Progressive Pride Parade up there, and to have this celebration of that flag is just amazing. And I think it touches so many people that we don't even know. And so for me, I was so grateful to be a part of the Rainbow Coalition. I was grateful to be a part of JARF and to be able to show that not all religious traditions are hostile or unwelcoming, and that spirituality is such a big part of people's lives, and for them to know that there's a home here in Japantown and a home in our Japantown temples and churches.